Hi guys, welcome to the channel Torrance Truth and Tarot. As if I paused because I weren't sure what I've called my own page, that's funny. I hope you're all doing well. I'm just going to do some, well, I'll say quick reads. I'm going to do some reads. I'm going to focus on you water signs. I don't know why, but I'm just feeling like I keep picking up that particular water signs at the minute just seem to be going through a really difficult time in one way or another. So yeah, this video is basically just going to be focusing on Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. I'm not at home, so I'm not in my usual setting. I'm not even using my usual tarot deck, and my kids are in the back, so if they do interrupt, I apologise. But yeah, I just feel sort of like I'm really picking up that in particular for water signs are just going through a lot of just emotional difficulties at the minute, and it's with various things. I'm feeling like in aspects of love, in like health, it just seems like there's just a lot emotionally going on for water signs at the minute. So yeah, I'm basically going to do it's a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you, but yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what's going on. Hopefully give you a bit of advice. So yeah, pretty much it. Some of you feel a bit trapped in a situation. I think this is for those of you who are dealing with a connection, particularly an on and off connection. I feel like some of you have been pulled and dragged into something, but it is like an emotional pull. Going to be interrupted? No, I'm not. I was going to say give it 30 seconds and I'll be interrupted. Others of you are in a healing phase. I feel like for some of you something might have just come to light recently and you're in a bit of a healing phase about it. So yeah, let's have a look. I'm going to start off with Cancer. Cancer, sorry if you didn't hear that. Okay. I'm going to just put them to the side because they didn't particularly flip. So, not for all of you, but for some of you, you might have felt sort of like something's been taken away from you. I'm hearing independence for some of you. Others of you, it's like, I feel like you've had an offering and then it's been pulled back. So you've been offered something and it's been pulled back. For some of you, you might feel a little bit betrayed to a certain degree by this. Others of you have had an offer and you feel as if there's some kind of competition around the offer. So whether it is work related and it's almost like you feel like you've been offered a job, but there's other people who've also been offered it or going for it. Some of you, if it is love, you may feel like the person has other options. Overall, I feel like you're in the better position if there is sort of competition around you, but that's just generally for some of you, that's how you may be feeling. Some of you have received some kind of news and I feel like it may have been difficult to receive this news. You may feel a little bit conflicted by the news, and you may have just recently heard something that's making you feel a little bit conflicted by it, or you feel like you've got some type of battle ahead of you. I actually feel like that's more so health related, if I'm honest. But it, you know, take it how it resonates. It is a sense of feeling like you've got a battle on your hands of some kind, whether it's an internal conflict you've got going on or a physical conflict that you've got going on. But it's the only way I can describe it is someone telling you something, someone offering you something, hearing some type of news and then feeling like you've got to put the work in, or you've got to there is a bit of conflict around it. I don't feel like for some of you it's news that you particularly want to hear, but you've got to just battle and persevere with it. Give me one more on that, please. Yeah, it's definitely for some of you some type of news that you haven't wanted to hear. I feel like for some of you it could have come from an authority figure of some kind, whether it is a medical, like a doctor, GP, physiotherapist, or it's just somebody, if it's not a professional person, it's somebody that potentially you hold in high regard, that's give you this information or regarding this person. For some of you, this could be a father figure if it's not you specifically, but as I say, if this is not you directly, then it's someone you hold in high regard. But for some of you, I do feel like potentially an authority figure has given you this news. Some of you will be keeping whatever this is very, very close to your chest, or feeling like you're keeping it close to your chest. For others of you, you feel very guarded by the news that you've received. Sorry. But yeah, there's definitely some type of internal conflict going on about this, whatever this is as well. Some of you, this could be, for those of you who do or have watched my videos in the past, know that I don't focus on star signs in particular. Yeah, I don't focus on star signs in particular, but it could be an air sign involved, which would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a fire sign, Leo, Sag, or Aries. It doesn't have to be though. Yeah, there's definitely a sense of you needing to heal from a situation. So the only way I can say is, for some of you, you've received some type of news that has come in, and it is like you've got to put some type of work or effort in, but you need to heal from this. Some of you, this is health related, but not for all of you. I haven't even technically started the reading yet, but this is just what I'm feeling, so just bear with me, just go with it. Okay, whatever this is, whatever situation this is, you're feeling very trapped and very bound by it. Now, if it's in a relationship sense, it's an emotional connection that you feel very strongly tied to. Whether it is a case that you feel that the connection is strong, whether it is a case that it's somebody, it's family related and you're feeling bound to this person, there is a sense of, it is like a self-entrapment. So for whatever this is, you feel trapped to it in some way, whether it is mentally, emotionally, or physically, but you feel trapped to this. Obviously, if it's health, you're going to feel, if it's to do with you and your own health, then you feel, obviously it's going on within you, so you're going to feel trapped and it's going to be in the hands of other people. For others of you, if it's someone that is close to you that is going through something right now, especially with health, you feel potentially like you're helpless, like your hands are tied. But what's good about this is I've pulled the Nine of Cups after that, at the very end of this. Now, Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment, so I'm going to take that as being a positive sign. Now, whatever this is going to be difficult. It is not something that's going to be easy. It's going to be difficult to overcome, but I do see a positive outcome. I do see that you're going to have to put the work in with whatever this is. There's definitely going to be ups, downs. It's going to be very, very rocky, but I do feel at the end of it, we've got emotional fulfillment. So that to me is a positive. So all I can say is you are really going to have to sort of battle. It is going to be a battle, whatever this is, to overcome. You're going to have to battle, but I do see a positive outcome. So yeah, this is a difficult situation. Whatever this is that you're going through, this is a very difficult situation. I haven't actually started the reading yet. I just, I don't know, I feel really pulled to water today, so I actually think I'm going to go for a walk in a little bit. But yeah, there's definitely a sign of difficult, either going through something difficult, or I do feel like this is something that's happening currently in your life. So yeah. But yeah, I do see a positive outcome. I do see happiness at the end of it, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to breadcrumb it. There is a difficult journey ahead. I do feel like there is a battle. I do feel like potentially for some of you, you feel trapped or bound, and others, you may be feeling sort of helpless in a situation. Some of you, if it is health related, you might be feeling helpless because you're sort of depending on an authority person to help the situation, if that makes sense. Some of you have got a battle and it's not something that you can do on your own without depending on others. I hope that makes sense. But I do see a positive outcome. So all I'm going to say is, you know, I am sorry that you are going through a difficult time at the minute, but you have to sort of persevere, stay strong, dig your heels in, and you will overcome it. It won't be without difficulty, but you will overcome it, whatever this is. Okay, so that might, I don't know, I'm going to still call, but give you overall energy for Cancer, please. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. You don't have to be. Okay, overall energy at the moment, there is a sense of you potentially being a little bit reclusive in some way, shape or form. Whether that is a case of, if you're somebody who is generally outgoing, lively, bubbly, you might be feeling like, if you're very social, generally, you might be going through a time where you don't particularly feel like you want to go out, celebrate and be sociable. For others of you, you are just sort of pulled back and just taking a bit of time for oneself. And then others of you might just be sort of very guarded, like where you're keeping things very close to the chest and very within. You're not potentially expressing what is going on and what you're feeling on the inside. Okay. For those of you who, okay, whatever situation you're dealing with at the moment, I do feel like that is the result of why you're potentially a little bit more reclusive or a little bit more withdrawn. A lot of you, I feel like, are taking time for yourself at the minute, and it's not selfish if you're feeling that way. It's necessary and it's needed. Some of you really need to take time for yourself and have you time. You need to put yourself first at the moment. Now, I do sense for some of you, there is someone potentially close to you who is going through something at the moment that is very difficult, and you want to be there and you want to support, and that's absolutely fine, and you should do that. You can do that. All you can do is support and continue to do that, but you have to remember, it's really important that you have to also look after yourself, because you can only be there and be someone's strength when you're feeling strong yourself. And if your energy and everything is being sucked into someone else, what have you got to give? You have to take the time, and it's really important you take the time to have a bit of you time for you to get that strength up. So it's really necessary for some of you to do that. But whatever this situation is, you're very invested in this situation. You have a lot of love for this situation. So if this is in terms of a connection with somebody, you have got a very strong amount of emotion for an individual. Now, again, if this is to do with love and it is a connection, you do have a lot of love for somebody. For others of you, you are supporting someone who you've got a lot of love for at the moment. And then for others of you, in fact, I think generally it's a sense of you being very, very emotional at this time. Some of you might be crying a lot more. I think a lot of you might be feeling a lot more sensitive. I just feel like your general emotions at the moment will be heightened by everything going on around you. Some of you do feel you've got a lot going on at the moment. You are juggling, just very busy. Now, whether this is sort of like having to put some type of work into yourself, or whether it is you're sort of being pulled in different directions, but there is a sense that there is a lot going on at the moment. And yeah, emotions are definitely running high. Some of you really need to take a step back and do a bit of self-healing. It's really important. There's definitely a sense of you going through a difficult time at the minute. I'm going to say that there is light at the end of the tunnel, but I can't lie. This feels like a dark period, and I'm saying that, I can't say it in any other way, but it feels like a dark period. You are riding a storm at the minute, but I want you to know that there is calm waters and there is light at the end of this. Even if it doesn't feel like that now, even if it feels very, very overwhelming, whatever it is that you've got going on. Tell me about the recent past, please, for Cancer. Recent past for Cancer. Okay. Okay. Some of you have received some kind of, in the recent past this is, some of you received some kind of offer. Okay. I'll just leave them there a sec. Some of you in the recent past received some kind of offer or some kind of news. Others of you, if you're dealing with someone, it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I feel that this person potentially reached out. They may have apologised. They've offered you something. Now, whatever they offered you, now some of you may have received 2 offers. This isn't for all of you, but some of you could have had 2 offers from 2 different people. Some of you have got a choice, and either way, whatever you're being offered, it's not what the cards are saying, it's just how I intuitively feel that you're not interested in all honesty in any of them. But for some of you, it's 2 separate offers. For some of you, you're dealing with somebody who is sort of very charming, and they'll know exactly what to say to sort of pull you back in, and what they say will always sound and be very appealing. This may be somebody who you've been back and forth with, who has sort of came back, they've apologised, they've said that they want a fresh start, etc. And I do feel potentially that they have acted on it. Now, I will clarify in a sec, but I do feel like potentially some of you have gone forward with somebody. Some of you may have gone forward quite quickly with somebody as well. How can I word it? Some of you have gone forward quickly with somebody, and the only way I can say it is it's not what you want. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my brother sneezing, he's literally upstairs, but anyway. It's not what you want. It's almost like you're trying to believe it's what you want, but deep down it's not what you want. I hope that makes sense. That's the only way I can say it. But some of you have rushed ahead and gone forward with somebody hoping that it's something, but really deep down knowing that it's not. I will clarify these cards in a sec. Now, yeah, 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is about being offered things that you're not really interested in. It's a sense of not really wanting it, but I feel like for some of you, you have gone forward with it anyway. Now, for some of you, it's a sense that some of you feel trapped or bound to somebody, and I'm back at this again. I said this before I pulled cards, but it's a sense whether you feel emotionally drawn to someone, or the connection feels really strong. But there's a sense of you being dragged in and drawn into something and feeling quite you're trapped. You're not trapped, you feel trapped in some kind of way. Again, whether it is emotionally, physically, whatever it is, or mentally, you're feeling attached to something that's drawing you in. This is the recent past. Now, there is a sense of toxic around whatever this is. Now, some of you can be dealing with someone, not all, who has some type of addiction, whether it is drugs, alcohol. I'm not feeling that. To me, it's more, there's something about this person that is toxic. There's something about the connection that is toxic. But whatever it is, it's enticing all in the same breath. So it's almost like I feel like there's something that's not good for you. There's something that's not right for you. But for whatever reason, it is pulling you in. You need clarity on this situation, whatever this is. There needs to be some type of honest communication and some type of clarity. Some of you need to cut this chain that you feel connected with someone. Now, the reason that's how I'm feeling. Some of you are in a connection that feels very, very strong and you feel bound to somebody. This isn't going to be for all of you, but there is a sense of feeling very trapped and very stuck. And again, whether it is an emotional, physical or mental situation, but you feel trapped or bound or just very tied to somebody. There is a sense of feeling very tied to something. If it's not someone, it's something, but it's really it's a strong pull. It's a strong connection that you feel really like, it's like you're chained to someone or chained to something. That is literally how the card is. But I feel like for some of you, you need to cut this connection. That won't be for all of you, but if you know that you're in something that's very toxic and it's mentally draining you, or you're feeling very trapped or stuck to something, it is time to release it, because overall it's not having a positive effect on you. It is draining you, and emotionally it's not a good situation for you to be in. Now take that as it resonates, because that will not be for everybody. But you will know yourself, honestly, if you honestly sit back, you will know if you're in a situation that is not good for you. And sometimes that's really difficult to actually admit. You might not want to admit it, you might not want, you might not want to. But sometimes we have to open our eyes and think, you know what, this is actually very toxic and it's not healthy for me. That won't be for all of you, but if it is for you, you'll know it's for you. Now, again, that won't be something that's easy to do. Disconnecting from something that you feel very, very bound to in this, it's a strong, because I feel bound to something and I'm not. So it's strong because that's the energy that I'm feeling. Yeah, this is a really, I don't know who this is for, but you're going through a real difficult time emotionally. It could be for more than one of you, but I feel, I'm in the energy where I feel overwhelmed. I could sit here now and cry because I feel emotionally overwhelmed. And for some of you, this is on the heartstrings. But it's not for all of you. Others of you, I feel like it's not something minor. It's something that you feel overwhelmed by. Whether for some of you it's health, or whether it's some of you in a connection with somebody. But there is an overwhelming feeling here, like this is getting to a point, it's too much. All I can say is, if that does relate to you and you are feeling that way, I'm overwhelmed with emotion, speak to people that you trust, that you are close with. You need to put yourself first. Whoever this resonates with, you need to put yourself first. You know, I don't know, this might be the first time that you've come to my page. Others of you might be returning to my page. Some of you might know me, some of you might not, but feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to do a reading for you. If that is the case, just message me on my Facebook page, which is Taurian's Truths, I think, and Tarot. I'll put the link in the description box. It's really bad, isn't it? I don't know my own Facebook page. I don't even know the name of this channel. It's terrible. But if you are feeling that way, I'm just saying that I'd always be there for somebody to reach out, and if they need a conversation or reading or whatever. So, but yeah, that won't be for all of you. But I just feel like there's a sense of something being very overwhelming at the minute. If you are feeling that way, yeah, there's definitely there's heavy burdens, and there is a sense that you need to release whatever this heavy burden is. Okay, let's look ahead. So what is coming towards Cancer in the near future? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God, we've got a positive card. Oh, this is wonderful. I feel relieved for you. I feel relieved. Okay, so coming towards you. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is about the ending of cycles. Oh, thank fuck for that. Honestly, I'm sitting here getting like, oh my God, this is awful. I felt like I'm sitting here feeling like I can't bear this. So for you going through it, it's a lot. But there is a sense of the ending of a cycle, new beginnings. This is a heavy burden, whatever this is, but there is a sense that it will be lifted and you'll be able to release it, and if you'll be putting the work in to release it. I've also got the Sun card. Sun is, this is my favourite card in the whole deck. The Sun is about awakenings, it's about happiness. For others of you, if you go to, if I do a reading anyway, and you are listening to the reading and you have something specific, sorry, some of you are really struggling to communicate something, or you need to have a very difficult conversation. Now, the Sun card to me is the most positive card in the whole deck. I love the Sun card. It is about happiness. It is about awakenings. It's about it's the sun. It's about bright looking ahead. Now, I do see this is coming towards you, which is positive. Now, whenever I do a reading, I always say that with the Sun card, if you ask a particular question, or if there's something you want a specific answer to, whether it's yes and no, whether it's an open or closed question, the Sun always represents to me a positive response. So if you were watching this and you had a specific question in mind, then the Sun I always take as being the positive response to that question. Now, I have got the Moon as well. The Moon is about things being done in the dark. It can also be about secrets. It can also be about things being revealed. Now, I don't see that particularly, because it's come out with the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. I don't see this as being a bad thing. There's a sense that something can be revealed that may help you release the burdens of what you're going through. And I'm not going to lie, when you initially get the news, it might be like, oh my God. And it might take you back, and it might be very, very upsetting initially. That won't be for all of you either, but some of you may get some kind of news about this situation, and you feel like, oh my God, initially. But the truth is, it will be for the best. I feel relieved. So whether you feel relieved straight away or whether you feel relieved a little bit after, whatever gets revealed, I feel like will help you release whatever all this burden is. But it's heavy. It's very, very heavy. So as if I've been talking for nearly half an hour. Okay. Any advice? Any further advice for Cancer? Okay, let's have a look. So in advice position, okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords, we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Three of Wands, and we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So I'm not going to lift them all up and show you. You're just going to have to take my word for it that that's what's come out. Okay, so for some of you, you might get some type of news that gets revealed. Now, for some of you, this is going to be a switch. You're going to feel... Potentially you're feeling very low at the moment, but something will happen. Something's going to come through quite speedily, and it's going to change everything just like that. Now, that will only make sense when it happens, but there is a sense that something might come through, whether it is news, whether it is someone that comes out of nowhere and helps you, but there's a sense that something somewhere will come out, boom, and it'll be like, oh, okay. For others of you, it might not be a positive reaction. Sorry, my phone is ringing. Okay, so for some of you, you will receive a phone call that will change everything. For others of you, it will be in the way, shape or form of a letter, but there is a sense of you receiving some type of news and information that changes everything. Now, some of you may struggle to deal with this. Some of you this may be a conflict of some kind. For some of you, it might be an argument. Either way, I feel like you will have the upper hand. But there is a sense of something happening, boom, and it changing everything. Now, know that, excuse me, sorry. Whatever you're waiting for, whatever you're wishing for, know that it is on the way to you. Now, it could be just a sense that you're going through a real difficult time, and you're like, do you know what, I'm just waiting for a bit of positivity. For others of you, you're in a situation, you're waiting for something significant. Some of you might be waiting, you might be wanting to move. It's about moving forward. Now, that can be a physical move if you're waiting to move home. It can be a mental, emotional, whatever it is a sense of you moving forward. Know that will happen soon. And then what's positive, to end on a real positive note, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles talks all about security, stability. It is all about happy family home. It is about loyalty. It is about commitment. It is about having, it's about really being in a place to me of peace. And that is where I feel like this is heading. Now, for some of you, if you've got financial worries at the moment, it is a sense that finances will be fine. If it is issues within the family or the family home, it is a sense that things will be fine. If you are dealing with a piece of shit, I'm just being blunt. If you're dealing with a piece of shit at the moment who fucks around on you, messes you around, messes you about emotionally, pulls you back in, all the rest of it, that is not what is in your future. You will have the loyalty, the support, the stability, the two-way street, the equal communication that is coming towards you. I can't say when that is going to happen, but I do see that being something on its way to you. So try and stay positive. And I can see that you're going through a difficult time at the moment, but it will not be forever. So on that note, I'm going to say love and light to you. Take care. Bye. Okay, so I'm going to go on to Pisces. I would have actually normally gone on to Scorpio, but I'm just going to go to what I am drawn to. So, see what's going on for Pisces. Needing to take a leap of faith in something for some of you. I feel like some of you are starting over again in something, just intuitively. It won't be for all of you, take it how it resonates, but for some of you, you might be starting anew in something and scared to sort of take that leap of faith. There was a sense, not for all of you, but some of you might have just lost something. Now, for some of you, it can be a sense that you've lost a relationship. Some of you could have just lost money. It could even be the case of losing confidence in something, but there is a sense of you having less than what you did before and having to take a leap of faith forward. Just bear that in mind, because I'm not actually... okay. This won't be for all of you. I haven't even asked anything yet, but since it's come out, there is a sense of you potentially having offers around you in some way, shape or form. Some of you are just feeling very dissatisfied and very... if this is in love for some of you, there is a sense of you being ready and wanting to take a leap of faith in love, but at the same time not being satisfied with the offers that you've got around you, or just you haven't met what you're looking for yet. Now, I do feel like for some of you, you're in a bit of an energy where you're just going to cut off people or situations that do not serve you. Some of you may have had a conflict recently with an air sign. It doesn't have to be an air sign. And this, again, won't be for all of you. It's just, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be, but some of you might have just had a bit of an altercation with someone. It doesn't have to be an air sign. I don't focus on the actual star sign. It's more of the energy. It might be somebody who comes across as cold, or just somebody who's very opposite to you. Someone who potentially doesn't show emotion or very guarded with their emotions, but they can be quite sharp-tongued. So for some of you, I feel like you've potentially had some sort of argument or conflict going on with somebody of that nature. Now, if that is the case, there is a sense of either you having victory over this, so whether you'll celebrate back with that person where the issue will be resolved, and for others of you it's a case of you potentially just sort of having your own victory in some way over it, maybe celebrating with friends or whatever. Or it don't have to be a celebration, it's just you'll come together is what I'm seeing. But yeah, that's just I ain't even started the reading yet, but that's just pretty much initially. That might be a bit more specific for someone, but let's have a look. So give me the overall energy of Pisces, please. Tell me about the overall energy of Pisces. Strange. Okay, some of you definitely, if this is to do with love, which I feel like for a majority of you it is, doesn't have to be, but There's a sense of you going through a real difficult time now, whether you've had past relationships that have been crap, not worked out. There's difficulty basically and battles in the past, but there is a sense of you either in a position where you feel like that has changed. Some of you may have met somebody new and it feels like a wish fulfillment and an emotional fulfillment. Others of you are just desperately wishing for that to be the case. I will clarify that in a sec. Give me the recent past, please, for all Pisces. Oh, shit, okay. Okay, so I do feel in the recent past there has definitely been some type of conflict. There's a situation potentially where you feel like you've got no clarity on whatever it is, but there is a sense of conflict. There is something that's happened that has majorly, I'd say, had an impact on your life in some way, shape or form. Now, it is a tower moment, so something has drastically changed in your life, whether it's been for good or bad. In all honesty, I can take this two ways. For those of you who feel like you've gone through something in the past that has turned your life upside down and very difficult, you may currently be feeling as if you are in a better place, you've got a wish fulfillment and emotionally fulfilled. Others of you have gone through a tower moment and you're not particularly out of it yet, and you are wanting a wish fulfillment or emotional fulfillment. So take it how it resonates. But I do see in the recent past definitely a difficult time sort of reflecting on things that have been lost, whether it's been a relationship that hasn't worked out, whatever it may be. There is a sense of loss, there is a sense of disappointment, but there is a sense of definitely, I'm not going to say moping, but there is a sense of feeling like you have lost something and being emotional about whatever that loss is. And the thing is with this, you have focused on the loss rather than what you have put your energy and time into, you've been focused on what has been lost in the situation. So the negatives in a situation. Now, some of you, there could have been an argument or conflict of some kind, and that could have brought on a tower moment. And for others of you, you have not had clarity on whatever this is. Take it how it resonates. I am going to pull some clarifying cards over the top of this, but tell me about the challenges for Pisces. Tell me about the challenges. Current challenges for Pisces. Okay, let's come out again. Okay, so your current sort of, what your challenges are currently at the moment. I do feel some of you have received some kind of news of some kind, some type of information. Some of you have really been through a battle. Some of you would need to recognise that you're out of this situation now. Others of you have received some kind of communication or news that potentially has rocked your world upside down a little bit. But I do feel like you need to, some of you really need some inner strength at this time. We've got the Strength card. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, but you don't have to be. But there is a sense, or Aquarius I've got as well. But again, I don't really focus on the signs. But some of you really need to dig your heels in, and you need inner strength at the moment. Others of you, you need, I don't know why I'm feeling that way, but some of you really need to, it's a sense of having that inner fight. You need to speak up or stand up for yourself. There is a sense of you needing to fight back. That won't be for all of you, but it's like you need to stand your ground and fight back. You need that inner strength. You need to fight your own corner, is for some of you what I'm feeling. But for others of you, you need to be patient and know that this situation is a phase and you will get through it on the other end. There is a sense, some of you, do you know what? You need to spend some time with family and friends, or people that are close to you, people who uplift you and will sort of, you know, if your vibration's low at the moment, which I kind of feel for some of you it is, you need to celebrate and you need to come together with people that will make you feel better, who will lift you. Some of you might not be doing that at the moment, but there is a sense that you need to do that if that is the case. Oh, okay. Some of you, no, not for all, but there's been a very significant ending and a heartbreak. Some of you, this could have been a third party situation, not for all, but some of you may have found out some news that there was somebody else involved in a connection that you've got. But I feel like for some of you, there's a real ending and a sense of betrayal. Now, for others of you, this might not, I'm feeling for some of you, this is family. This, not for all of you, is a connection and a relationship. Some of you, this could have been a friend or family member. Yeah, for some of you, it is something to do with within the home. But yeah, there's definitely a sense of a significant ending, and whatever this is has left you heartbroken. Now, I do feel betrayal in this as well, and for some of you it's a situation that you were blinded by. You didn't see this coming at all, and that might be why it has had such a disrupt and made you feel like your world's been turned upside down. Okay, it's coming towards Pisces. I didn't actually think that many cards was going to come out, but they did. Okay. Going through, it's definitely something difficult that you're going through. Okay. I'm going to clarify some of these cards. So, some of you feel very trapped to something, but this is a self-entrapment, whether it's a mentally entrapped or physically, but you feel very bound and trapped to a situation. For some of you, you just feel like there's no, you might be feeling a little bit sort of overwhelmed and as if there's no way out. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but for some of you, it's like there's a sense of there being no way out. You have to know that there's always a way out. There is always an option to be able to leave in some way, shape or form. Some of you might just be feeling that way. There is a sense of heavy burdens and needing to release heavy burden. I do see something coming towards you that might help to release whatever heavy burdens that you've got on your shoulders right now. We've got some type of news coming in quickly now. This could be somebody that you meet, someone new that you meet, or for some of you it's just news of some kind that is coming in quickly now. For some of you, this is in regards to the home. Not for all of you, but if you're, you know what, if you're in, this won't be for all of you, but I'm feeling as if someone is, someone may be going through some type of, I am going to say abuse. I'm going to put the term abuse on it of some kind. Whether this is verbal or physical. But there's a sense of getting things from all angles, feeling trapped, feeling stuck. Whether it is just feeling weak, I'm going to say like you've got no energy and no strength left. It's not a nice situation to be in. But for some of you, I feel like some of you want to move out of the home. Now, that will be more specific. That definitely will not apply to everyone, but there's a sense of feeling like you need to move from the home or need to distance yourself from someone. I do feel like news will be coming in. Some of you are waiting on some type of news from an authority figure. When I say an authority figure, I just sort of mean someone potentially in a position to help you. For some of you, there could be some type of police involvement in the situation. For others of you, I feel potentially as if it could, do you know what, I'm not feeling medical as, I feel like it would be more in relation to mental health as opposed to a physical illness. Whether it is some type of GP input or whether it is some type of counsellor of some kind, but there is a sense of some type of communication coming in. For some of you this could be legal, but for you I feel more so it could be a sense of police involvement, or I'm hearing mental health. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know, but and I'm you know, I'm not a doctor by any means, and I'm not a counsellor by any means, but that's just intuitively what I'm feeling. God, you are definitely going through a difficult time, Pisces. Advice for Pisces, please. Okay. So the advice is to gain new perspectives. Got the Hangman, okay. Got the Hangman, and we've got the Four of Swords. The Hangman is all about gaining new perspectives on a situation. So if you're feeling trapped, you need to actually think, you know what, I'm not trapped, I've got options. Whatever it is, you need to gain a new perspective. If you're really upset about an individual, you might be thinking of, some of you are feeling like if a relationship has ended, some of you are feeling about what you've lost. You're focused on what you've lost. But what you need to do is change your perspective and think about what you've gained. For the majority of you, for whoever this reading this relates to, you haven't actually lost anything, because I don't feel like this particular person was actually any good for you. So even though it might feel like that now, it could just be a sense that you might have lost confidence and self-esteem because of this person. But the truth is, I feel like you haven't actually lost anything. If you've lost a relationship or a person, with the cards I'm seeing and the way I'm feeling, it's not a loss, it's actually for your benefit. But I feel like you need to take a step back and gain a new perspective on whatever this situation is. And there is a sense you need to heal. You need to heal, you need to rest. You've got to take time for you and heal from whatever has gone on. This heartbreak, this betrayal, this devastation, this whatever it is that's happened in your life recent. You've got to take the time to heal. You've really got to heal as well. And I'm going to say for some of you, do not rush in to somebody new if this is a relationship, because you need to heal. Do not put yourself in a position where you meet someone when you're feeling vulnerable. Don't do it, because you'll be sort of susceptible to fall into past behaviours. And I'm just saying that, I don't know where that's coming from, but if you meet someone and you're feeling vulnerable, especially if you've come out of something abusive, then it's likely you'll meet someone and you could put yourself in that position again. You need to be mentally strong and ready to commit to anybody else, whoever that applies to. Okay, some of you, there could be a pregnancy involved in this, or someone around you might announce that they're pregnant. That won't be for everyone either. That, for some of you, may be the reason why you feel trapped. You could be in a relationship with someone who potentially is not very good for you, and you could be pregnant for this person, and that's why you feel as if you're trapped to them. But you're not trapped. And for others of you, it's a sense that you need to take time to build and lift your confidence up again. You need your self-esteem back up again. Okay. Some of you need to make the decision to move forward. Some of you are stuck in the past. Some of you need to take the time to move forward and focus on new opportunities ahead rather than what's in the past. And that's really important that you do that. One sec, guys, sorry. Sorry about that. I did pause the video then if it was obvious, I'm not sure. But you know what, some of you might actually have children involved, and that's why you're feeling trapped to a situation. For others of you, this could be your child that is going through something. But yeah, some of you might be having altercations with your children. I don't know why I'm getting that. Yeah. Okay, so something has ended for some of you, and there is a sense of, do you know what, if you're dealing with someone from the past, you might receive some type of communication from them that they want to start over with you. I actually think some of you might give this person another chance. You have free will to do whatever you do, but do whatever is right for you. Some of you, I feel like, need the strength to say no. Let's clarify. Oh. Yeah, if that is the case, this person's wounded you deeply. This is someone that's hurt you a lot. It is a bit sensitive, and I'm sorry, it is sensitive, but for some of you, I do feel that this could be a mental and physical situation that the person's hurt you physically and mentally, emotionally, psychologically. For some of you, not all, but it's just intuitively what I'm feeling. But there's definitely a sense of somebody potentially returning from the past who you have had conflict with, who has hurt you in some way, shape or form. It doesn't have to be a physical abuse or anything like that. It doesn't have to be. I just feel like that for some of you, or maybe more specific. But they could have just hurt you. There's been an ending in the relationship, significantly hurt you. Take it how it resonates. Okay. For some of you, there could have been something that was revealed to you. Something that's been revealed that is the reason why you potentially feel trapped or bound now. Some of you, it could have been revealed that there was a pregnancy. Again, that will not be for everyone, but there's a sense of something being revealed, and that could be potentially why you feel trapped. Now, that can be anything, you know. Intuitively, for some of you, it's a sense of something may have been revealed, right, that's made you feel, when I say trapped, it might have knocked your confidence or knocked your self-esteem and put you in a place where you feel trapped mentally, in a sense that you're feeling, I'm gonna say like you feel low within yourself, and like you don't have the strength to pick yourself up and remove yourself from it. Again, that's going to be specific. That's just how I'm feeling. Know that things will come into balance. Things will come into balance. I do see justice being served for some of you. I haven't got the justice card, but that's how I'm feeling. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra. You don't have to be, but I do feel for some of you, you are dealing with someone, I feel, who potentially is sharp-tongued, cold-tongued, a definitely sort of head over emotion type person. Someone who might not express their emotions. They can be quite cutting with their words. I do feel that. Some of you, I do feel that there was a third party involved for some of you, and you're really putting the strength in to move forward from it. You need to release this burden. It's heavy. It's very heavy. I've got the 10 of Wands twice. 10 of Wands is about moving forward with heavy burdens, but to have it twice, I do feel like it's very significant, and it is an extreme heavy burden that you need to release. Four of Wands. Yeah, some of you are making the decision. Some of you are making the decision to walk away. Some of you feel like you need help in walking away. When I say help, it's a sense of like, you know, if you're waiting for the council to rehome you, or you're waiting for a counsellor, there's a sense of you leaving a situation because you have to leave a situation. You might not want to, but you have to leave a situation, and needing a little bit of help to do so. Take that how it resonates. But I just feel like some of you need. Okay. What's positive is, after this, there is a sense of self-love. There is a sense of you getting your self-worth back and confidence back. Self-love is important right now. Kind words. You know what? How we speak to ourselves is the most important thing that we will hear throughout the day, which might sound bizarre, but sometimes the way we speak to ourselves, we wouldn't ever speak to anybody else. We wouldn't ever say those things to anybody else. And if we was to hear those words, we wouldn't like it. We would probably potentially intervene and say, don't speak to that person like that. Why are we any different? Why are you any different? The way you speak to yourself, what you say about yourself, what you think about yourself is more important than anything else. Speaking to yourself kindly is really important. Having self-love, self-worth is important, particularly for you right now, Pisces. It is really important. You have to be kind to yourself. Don't blame yourself for things. Don't beat yourself up for things. You have to be kind to yourself. Okay, give me one more. Give me... clarify here. Okay, some of you moving forward will find your divine counterpart. You will find that person that treats you the way that you deserve to be treated. Some of you will have that happy home, that stability. Whatever it is that is disrupted at the moment, know that you will have it. Some of you will have that happy home. Some of you will feel safe. Don't know why I'm getting that, but you will have this feeling of security going forward. There will be an end of this cycle and a new beginning. You will have new opportunities in the future. But the biggest advice I can give to you is self-love. Take time to heal from past pains, but self-love is what is most important to you right now. Be kind to yourself. You have to love yourself first. Take the time to do that. And on that note, guys, I am going to love you and leave it there. So love and light to you. Take care. Bye. Last but not least, I am going on to Scorpio. I hope you are well, guys. Okay, some of you, I am gonna jump straight in, purely because the cards came straight out. Some of you potentially are walking away from a situation that emotionally is difficult for you to do. This could be a relationship, could be a job. I'm going to say some of you might not be feeling 100% within your health at the moment. There might be, I'm not a doctor and I don't like to diagnose. I can't diagnose. So I'll just leave it that some of you might not be feeling happy, or there might just be a few little issues within health at the moment for some of you. Oh, there could be a pregnancy. It doesn't have to be. That would explain why you might not be feeling 100%. So that won't be for all of you though. There could be a sense of some of you may be pregnant, or you may have someone around you who reveals that they're pregnant. That won't be for all of you. Some of you are simply walking away from a situation that no longer fulfills you, that does not lift you in any way, that just drags you down, and you are putting yourself first. And fair play for those of you who are doing that. But there is a sense of you knowing your worth and potentially leaving a situation in the past behind you that does not serve you and is not beneficial to you. So, fair play. Okay, let's get into it then. Some of you could be receiving a love offer. Oh God, they're all coming out. Some of you are focusing on your money at the moment. Some of you are focusing on your own happiness. Wow. Some of you have got some type of an awakening lately. Some of you have just potentially received some type of news or offering that is going to make you financially stable and have an emotional fulfillment. Some of you are just having an awakening where you know your self-worth and you're focusing on you. Take that how it resonates. Got a lot coming out, so let's have a look at what we've got. Okay, some of you are seeing a situation for how it is. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or air sign, don't have to be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but again, you do not have to be. Some of you have just got some type of justice or will receive some type of justice from something that's been done wrongly against you in the recent past, or past in general. Could be legal for some of you. Others of you, it is just if someone's treated you unfairly, but there is a sense of you, some of you have just got some type of closure or clarity in the situation, and either way you're deciding to make that move forward in calmer waters, in a new direction. Some of you are just heading towards your own financial stability. Some of you have just seen a situation for how it truly is. There could have been some type of secret revealed, or something revealed that you have found out about, but there is a strong sense of you just putting yourself first and moving forward. So real sort of strong energy. Some of you are making choices mainly based on head over heart decisions. I do feel like there is a lot going on at the moment in general with you, but I feel really sort of strong-minded and really motivated to something. It's like something's happened to give you that kick up the arse, that like spring in the step. Sorry if you don't like swearing, I just say things as it is, but it is like that spring in your step. There's something that's just motivated you to move forward with something. But I definitely see that for some of you, you are moving forward into calmer waters. You are focusing on your own finances, your own stability, your own home, your own confidence. It's just, it's a real focused energy, headstrong focused energy, which is beautiful. Tell me about the recent past for Scorpio. Yeah, there's a sense of you having some type of strong awakening. Some of you have decided to make a step. This is actually really positive. But some of you have decided to move forward. There is some type of awakening. Some of you may have been offered something in the recent past that has assisted you and helped you move forward. That's brought you some type of a wish fulfillment and happiness. Now, this could be for some of you a new job. Could be somebody that you've met. Could be just some type of assistance from somebody in a bit of a higher position, whether it's a GP, police, legal, whatever it is. There's a sense of you being offered something that brings you an awakening or a release and enabling you to move forward. Now, it's been a difficult journey to get to that point. Now, some of you might not be there yet. I feel like for some of you, you're not there yet, but it will happen. There is a sense of a wish fulfillment, but the wish fulfillment hasn't been easy to come by. It's you've got to this point with difficulty, is how I'm feeling. Okay, what are the challenges currently Scorpio are facing? Any challenges for Scorpio? Alright, any challenges? Okay. For some of you, you may need to sort of test the waters with something new. Some of you might be going in a bit of a new direction in life and a little bit sort of hesitant and reluctant. Some of you may be a little bit scared to love, if that is the case, moving forward. But there is a sense of you potentially being in a bit of like unfamiliar territory. Now, when I say that, it can be a new job, it can be a new love romance, and usually that is if you're used to a certain something and it being completely different. Now, that can be just something like it's not your usual type. You can be used to dealing with a certain type of individual, and this person is completely the opposite. Some of you potentially are feeling guarded. Okay, some of you are potentially feeling guarded by past hurts, past difficulties, past pains. But you know what? There is strength within. You may have been through a difficult time, but you're still in a position where you've got fight left. You still have that in you to pursue new things and move forward. For some of you, this could have been something that disrupted your home life in a sense. It could have been something that's had a disrupt on your family life, home life. But there is still that moving forward. Now, another challenge, and I feel like this potentially it might be for a few of you. Some of you may be thinking or wanting to reconcile with somebody from the past. It doesn't have to be. Some of you have just potentially made the decision that you will not be reconciling with somebody from the past. Again, for some of you, this could be something to do with children. It can be someone that you've known from childhood, or it's just somebody from the past that potentially you are releasing for some of you, and some of you you might be struggling to release somebody from the past. I just feel like a challenge for some of you is to leave the past in the past and, you know, try new waters, so to speak. Again, some of you might be sort of dealing with things in relation to children. Follow your intuition in situations. Go with your gut feeling. If something doesn't feel right, then generally it isn't. Don't ignore your gut feeling. You know, the reason why I've started doing tarot again, so I used to do tarot when I was much younger, and my intuition got to a point where it scared me. I mean, I always call it intuition. People say, you know, depending on what you believe, people say your third eye or whatever it is, but mine got to a point and it was actually scary. Like, I would literally just sort of feel, I'd have a feeling come over me and I'd get anxious, and it'd be like, I mean, I'll never forget feeling like, oh, I was driving to meet a friend and feeling like, oh my God, I'm going to have a car crash. And the feeling just came out of nowhere, and I literally just slowed down. I pulled over to the side of the road, and then it was like a release, and it was like, no, it's okay, it's not you, and it's okay. And then with that, my friend who I was meeting phoned me and said, I've just had a car crash. And I mean, that's just an example, but I mean, for me, it happened to a point where I actually just got quite scared by it, and I ran away from it, if I'm honest. And then what I found was I got myself into situations, particularly relationships, and I completely ignored my own intuition, and the truth, it didn't get me anywhere. In fact, it got me into really, you know, tough times, low times, and truthfully, if I would have followed my intuition and listened to my intuition, I wouldn't have potentially been there. So for you, what I'm saying, I don't know why I felt the need to share that story, but I'm just saying that for some of you, if your gut is telling you that something isn't right, then very likely it isn't right. And I'm going to say specifically, there may be people who are potentially around you. There might be gossip, there might be rumours, there might be things that are being said behind your back, but there's a sense of conflict going on. Some of you, this is within the family home. It's not in the cards, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's going to resonate with anyone, but I'm just going to say how I'm feeling. It won't resonate with all of you, but if I'm getting a scenario in my head of losing a family member, and then the family that are left around dealing with the will, dealing with the finances, dealing with the possessions. There is a sense of conflict, but I feel it's going to be, I don't even know who this is going to be in relation to, but there's a sense of just do the right thing, do what you think is right. Try not to get drawn in to other people's behaviour and other people's conflict, and that's, I don't know if that's going to relate to anyone, but that's just how I'm feeling. But yeah, I do feel like for some of you there will be some type of conflict going on around you. Follow your intuition. You might sort of know, you might know the truth in a situation, but for whatever reason I feel like just know your own truth and keep it to yourself. Whatever's done in the dark will come to light. Whatever it is will be revealed, and I feel like you will intuitively know something, but stay out of it is my advice. I don't know what that's in regard to, but just I'd say stay out of it. What is coming towards Scorpio? Some of you, I'm going to say, I'm not taking these cards because they all fell, and I don't like to do that, but some of you, we've got financial stability. We've got potentially passionate new beginnings. We've got the ending and a rebirth in a situation. We've got some type of conflict for some of you, maybe. Passionate new beginnings. You know, I'm not going to pull them because they all came out, and I don't like to do that. So, what is coming towards Scorpio? Many a future. That's better. Okay, some of you will have some type of news that comes in quite quickly. Some of you, this can be communication, can be a text, can be in way, shape, form of a letter. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign. Don't have to be. As I say, I don't focus on star signs in particular. I feel like communication coming in. Some of you Some of you, you're going to get an offer from somebody and you're going to actually reject it. You're actually going to reject it. I feel some of you are going to be quite happily in your own independence, and you will reject whatever offer this is that comes rushing in. Some of you will receive some kind of text message from somebody. It might be somebody who's been in and out of your life as well. For some of you, got 2 queens. Okay, some of you might be gaining a new perspective. Some of you may have a choice between more than one person, and some of you might reject one and go for somebody who, how can you know, it's almost like, you know what, you might have an offer from somebody from the past and somebody new, but I feel like you're going to go with the one who, I feel like you'll go with the new one, the one that's got more to offer you, the one that you're, I feel like you're just going to be basically rejecting what no longer serves you for some of you. But I do see an offer coming in. Let me just clarify a couple of these cards. Yeah. Okay, some of you walked away from a situation in the recent past that you were very emotionally tied to. You've invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of love, maybe finances as well, but there's something, a situation, a person, someone, could be a job, could be a relationship, but it's a sense that you've invested a lot of time and effort and energy into a situation that you've had to walk away from. I feel like you walked away for your own good, for your own purpose. There's some type of awakening that you've had, and I feel like you've put yourself first in a situation. Okay, I'm not clarify the 5 half ones. Yeah, I do feel like conflict is either around your finances or home life or people that are close in your circle. Some type of decision that has needed to be made that might create some type of conflict. Some of you, this could be a marriage. It doesn't have to be, but there's a sense of some of you having a new beginning after heartbreak, maybe making that decision to have a new beginning after some kind of heartbreak. Could have been third party for some of you. I feel like some of you might reject that offer if that's the case, if this person comes back. Okay, some of you definitely have had some kind of awakening recently. You might be feeling very guarded and keeping things close to your chest. I do feel some of you might know something. Some of you might know something that you're not revealing. You're keeping it close to the chest. And I feel that that is the best thing to do. Overall, whatever this situation is, the outcome will be positive. But I feel like, you know what, sometimes you need to say nothing and just watch. I don't know what this is, but I feel like whatever it is will come to light anyway. There'll be some kind of revelation, or it's a sense of you keeping things close to your chest, knowing more than maybe you're letting it on. I actually think that's the best thing to do with whatever this is. Okay, so yeah, you might get some kind of offering coming in from someone or in relation to something that might create some kind of confusion. You know, it's really bizarre. The card that I've just seen hasn't come out. Don't matter, I'm going to go with it anyway. Now, there is definitely for some of you communication coming in, and it will be quick pace communication. You're going to have to decide whether you want to end a cycle with something or someone and have a new beginning. For a lot of you, either you're going to accept this and the cycle's going to start all over again, or for some of you, you're going to make the decision to end this cycle and focus on yourself, look to new opportunities. Yeah, some of you are going to reconcile. Some of you, you've got the free will. Only you know what's best to do for yourself. I'm just reading the cards and the energy I feel. Some of you will reconcile and some of you are going to decide to move forward onto calmer waters, but the decision is yours. There's definitely a sense of an offer coming towards you. It is a slow offer, something you've been waiting on for potentially a long time, but it's a stable offer. It's a positive offer. Some of you, this is a different energy. So for some of you, this will be somebody new. For others of you, it is in relation to finances. It could be a new job offer that you're waiting on, a new home for some of you I'm getting, but there is a sense that there is an offer that you will receive, and it is not from someone in the past, it's a new energy. But it will be a stable offer. I just feel like you're waiting for it, or you've got to be patient for it. Yeah, for some of you it is a soulmate connection. It will be a love offering. Others of you are waiting for an apology. I feel that you will get that. Some of you will get a sincere apology and you will reconnect with someone. But there is an offering or an apology that will bring a soulmate connection. Some of you have been really stressed and anxious about this. If it's not you, it's the person that you're thinking of when you're watching this. You're watching someone, or somebody is watching you. You want to bring balance. There's some kind of balance that is needed. Something coming into balance. If someone's done you a wrong in the past, I feel like that person might reach out to you. There's a sense of wanting things to come into balance. Again, some people will reconcile. Others of you are going to make the decision to work on your self-independence and move forward. Let me just ask any advice for Scorpio before I leave it there. So any advice please for Scorpio. Whatever you're waiting on, Scorpio, know that it is on its way to you. Something of significance, but it is about movement forward. There is a sense that you need to heal from past heartbreak, healing. You might feel like you've got a lot on your plate at the moment. I do feel like something will be revealed to you. You are waiting for something. Maybe you're waiting for something to be revealed. Know that it will be revealed. For some of you, that is definitely what it is. You might intuitively know something. For some of you, it's how somebody truly feels about you that they might not have told you, but there's a sense of you intuitively knowing something. It will be revealed, whatever that is. I feel like you're waiting for something to be revealed, and it will be. So, on that note, guys, I am going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the video. I have gone into a little bit more depth, but if you was watching the beginning of the video, you'll know I just felt very, very drawn to water signs today, hence why I've done it. So, appreciate if you like and subscribe to the channel. With that, love and light, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.